Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. No, I'm not getting wet for you. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Entitled, you are so entitled. Super entitled. Generation of entitled peasants. Yeah. Like I said, man, I'm the only self-made trillionaire ever existed. It's all proven fact. I have all documentation, all documented receipts. I don't prove anything to YouTubers. You're below me. These were all facts everybody already knew. So again, moving forward, right? Like I said, people are silly, man. People are upset at reality. They're upset at my wealth I've accumulated, paid cash for everything, right? Everything off hard work since I was 16, nonstop. I've been the most productive person ever. What do you mean? Like I said, y'all talk about jewelry. I've had tons of real diamond rings, bought and sold jewelry for years. You understand? I'm extremely successful with that. Like I said, I can do anything. I'm a jack of all trades. So, like I said, that's the thing. People just talking too much. You know what I mean? We don't talk like that. We don't run our mouths. We don't talk that much. You feel me? Loose lips sink ships. Y'all really need to get on that. Christina tells me all the time. You understand? See, that's the problem with them. Look at them fools over there with that fake boxing match between trolls. What a joke. Like, it's never going to happen. It's obvious as hell. They creating fake scenarios and trying to talk like they street. How you street? But you known as a soldier boy run and tell 'em. Y'all know what a soldier boy run and tell 'em is, right? You can hear it in the name. Do I really need to explain? You run and you tell, right? Right. So you're contradictory. They're a walking contradiction. Them folks is a joke. I already know what they're on, what they're trying to do. They're trying to trick people off their throne. And the thing is, they're completely serious. Like, they actually believe their delusion. Okay. Wow. So they trying to get money out of courtrooms out of playing victim. How you a gangster? Gangsters don't do that, bro. Gangster ain't never gonna be a victim at all. Like I said, the only scenario where I'm a victim is in this internet stuff because it's the internet. I mean, on the internet, they say that they use my name and say I'm doing all sorts of stuff. I'm doing all sorts of crazy stuff when I'm just sitting there. The internet is all fake. That's the problem. People are fake on here. I'm not. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what the hell kind of gesture he was making, and I don't care. Yeah, man, like I said, we out here all the time. This is a 24-hour job. I run the streets. Like I said, we just stay winning, boy. We stay winning. I don't care about peasants. I don't care about civilians. I didn't ask you how you feel. Like I said, I don't owe you nothing. I'm not your entertainment. I'm the real Batman. I'm in training in front of you. Just like anyone, you got to come at me with respect. Feel me, Wody? So that's all it is. And like I said, the training going well because I told y'all I did 50 pull-ups for each set, 3 different variations the other day. All right, yesterday. Today I did 60. Okay. Now I had the armor on yesterday. Today I had the bulletproof vest on. Makes a little bit of a difference, but I did 60 today. The next time I'll try to push for 70. These are full extension pull-ups. I'm not trying to break a record with them right now or anything. I already have. I set the world record for pull-ups at 200. I'm trying to work my way up doing the full extensions, right, till I get to 200 with that. You understand? You don't have to go full extension for a pull-up. That's not a pull-up. You understand? It's a different kind of pull-up. So that's the thing. These people, they never want to make any sense. They want to talk backwards. See, these people are so out their mind. That's what they do. They're the ones who they start everything and they speak first and they do these things first. and then they want to cover it up. Y'all act like the government, bro. You're not the government, bro. You're not the Illuminati, and that stuff doesn't work. I don't know why they're acting like it's working for them. Like, dude, y'all are still working rinky-dink jobs. That boxing match ain't gonna happen. You're all poor, and you have a support system, and you're still poor. I told you, none of you are real gangsters, real anything. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, don't do this. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, anyone could go watch that silly boxing match between trolls. What? Like, you soft as it gets. Wody, you hear that? You soft. What are you talking about, man? The dude, you got dudes on here, they're literally delusional. They just trying to talk nonsense in front and pretend like, okay. You understand? That's why he came on my show, and I got that as proof. I got that as proof too, for court purposes, because like I said, it's just funny, man. They're all just silly. They don't make any coherent sense. But yeah, I got proof on there how you were doing that fake little laugh. What's funny? Yeah, like I said, y'all do a lot of false claiming. Y'all want to portray that you're something you're not. You don't have an audience. You're not me. You'll never have a monetized channel ever. You'll never have a business ever. You don't have any money. You don't make 100K a year, and that's nothing. That's nothing, right? So again, what are you talking about? To say you make 100K a year, brother, let me ask you a question, man. Let's say you make 100K a year. Let's say you make 8 million a year, right? If you make 8 million a year, financially, you're still nowhere close to me, right? Right now with my broke hustle while I'm struggling. Why? Because I own wealth that costs billions of dollars. I am a true self-made trillionaire. You put money into equity. When I had cash like that, y'all was still saying the same things. You're just being petty. You're not actually being fair about the facts. That's all. Like I said, what does it matter what you make in a year? You're renting, sir. You're a moocher. Easy answer. Change your methodology, man. Change your viewpoint. Change your priorities. Wealth is what matters. Equity. The big boys play with equity. They don't care about cash. Like I said, no, I played the game and I won. If you're upset at that, cool. There's no place where we're a comparison or you're competing with me. See, that's what I think. It's just weird, man. Like, bro, I've met some of these people, bro. These people are not competition, bro. They're nowhere close. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about, man. These are people who are just extremely deluded. They don't understand or process reality. They pretend they don't. They understand it. They understand it just fine. They just want to pretend. Like, yeah, I don't play that game, bro. I don't play like that, man. That's my pet peeve, as a matter of fact. So, see, that's the thing. They know I'm amazing. They know I've succeeded. They know I accomplished all this. Yeah, that's unfair as hell. I'm not going to let nobody treat me that way. Like, no. And it's been going on long enough. You understand? I'm past tired of it. I'm tired of hearing it. Like I said, these are people I don't even know. Why are you talking to me? You understand? Listen, all that stuff, I don't care about it, man. I know who I am. That's it. You understand? Now, like I said, go your own direction and stop trying to contact me. Like I said, we have full-fledged stalkers on this network. Nothing has ever been done about it. They just sit there and watch. It's absolutely sad, man. I see it all over social media. Right. That means the system is not only failed, not only broken. The system was designed against us. This is all intentional. So, like I said, do what you do, man. That's all well and dandy, but you know reality. You know reality. You know who you're talking to. See what I'm saying? See, that's the thing. They're trying to change the game into, oh, people can't react. People can't defend themselves. That's a lie. Everybody can defend themselves. You understand? Everybody can stand up for themselves. You understand? Like I said, when you got people who hiding and running around the internet, cavorting, right, and violating repeatedly, right, all that stuff, I don't care about that, man. Like I said, they want a reaction. You got to not give them one. It's that simple. So, like I said, I'm doing everything right. I'm making every right decision, right? I'm going to continue to stand up for myself the right way. And there's nothing to stand up to. That's the whole deal. Nothing's even going on. Everything is fine and dandy. Everything is perfectly the way it should be. I just need people to donate, man. That's all. Like I said, I don't know why these people periodically start doing the same habits over and over again. Like, dude, you could tell that you just like are like a broken record. You just literally you operate off cycles and repeat. It's like Droopy. That's how they are. They remind me of Droopy. And they do all this rah talking, and it's all nonsense. Like, I don't worry about a thing. Like, these people, trust me, I'm not scared of you. And you know this already. So I don't know. It's just odd behavior, man. You know, the reason why it's an issue is because I'm sitting here being peaceful, trying to make sure I make every right decision in my life. And then I got people creating factions out to get me against me, and then they're trying to surprise me and catch me by surprise, so I'll react. Like, what is that? Like, yeah, nah, bro. I'm a grown man. I deserve to be happy, and I'm gonna be happy and at peace. I don't have time for this nonsense. You feel me? It's just that simple. I don't have time for it. I've got time for succeeding. Feel me? And that's my thing. I have an issue with everybody, everyone, all of you, because none of you do anything about it. All of you could have made a stand. When these chats are open, all of you could have opened your mouth and stood up and said something. You didn't. None of you. Not a one of these folks stood up for me. Not a one of these folks contributes me a dime, right? You stay breadcrumbing, giving me small little donations. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm doing this and that. I ain't worried about none of that, bro. I'm not going to be grateful for $2. You're funny. When I'm $1 million dude and I deserve mad money from everybody and paid everything for everybody and all their expenses. Yeah, I'm a boss. And you're upset because I built this ecosystem for me to not only survive, but thrive and hustle. Yeah, I want to live off donations. I'll tell you straight up. I think it's an amazing, great hustle. I'm a content creator. I'm here to get donations. That's right. It's not gratuity. It's donations. This is a business service. It's a service, right? I mean, you could say it's not a business. That's fine. But I provide a service. I'm doing something. You understand? Like, you got to pay. Nothing is free in this world, man. If I'm educating you, it requires payment. It's worth a lot more than what y'all acting like. The little dinky donations that you people send, it's not worth that. It's worth way more. So like I said, when you look at somebody's mindset like that they're so petty, and it's just, you're a grown adult, bro, and you're worried about, can I make him look some way like he's not appreciative? I'll give you all of that because I'm a grown man, and see, you could never walk in my shoes because I've been on my own since I was 16. That's why it's so offensive. Yeah, nah, bro. I don't depend on other people for my money. I go out and I get it. I've been doing that my entire life. You could never come close to me financially. I made every dime by myself. I never had a family that gave me any money, an account, nothing. They never gave me a hedge fund. What are you talking about? I never had nobody do nothing for me. I used to live off 1 egg a day, off $5 a day. I used to go get one of those side juices and drink that pomegranate, right? Are you serious, man? I've had hard times all the time, and then I've been rich. I've gone back and forth. I've been in and out of jail. I've been in shelters. I've lived real life, man, and I'm proud of myself for that. Right? I stand on my own. I ain't never had no support system ever. Every dime of money I made was from me and from God. So again, who are you talking to? Like, what? See, that's the thing. I don't care about that. I'm not on here trying to paint myself in a fake light. I don't use narc perception, sister. I'm not a narc. I'm not a narcissist. I'm an empath. I don't care how people feel about me. You see me, I've been talking the way I've been talking. I've never changed. It's the same way I talk every day. And do people donate to me? Yes, they do. And you get upset about it every single time. So apparently I'm doing something right. Apparently I treat the people who donate to me with nothing but respect, right? And love. And what you're upset about is that I don't kiss up. Right. Because I don't. I'm a grown man. I don't put up with no lip. I don't take anything from anybody. That's what you're upset at. Okay, you could have just said that instead of committing all these felonies and indicting yourself on federal charges. See the point? You don't get it. This is my platform. I'll talk about all of it. I'm like Max B said, ask me anything. I'll tell you a level. That's what he said. Like, what are you talking about? We can talk about any topic you want. I got my enemies right where I want them, and I own you. This is what I do. Like, nah, like I said, I mean, if I'm sitting there and saying, yo, just let the show be, man, let me do my program, and you're going to keep on, doing what you're doing behind the scenes, okay, no problem. Let's talk about it then. Show me. It's very odd. So, see, that's the thing is, I don't talk about none of that stuff, and then all these people do nothing and allow them to do this stuff to try to what manipulate the content. You're not manipulating my content. I'm talking about reality and what's going on. Show me. See, like I said, these people are silly, man. They want to act like they clever or smart. If he was clever and smart, you would have been stopped me a long time ago. If he was clever and smart, right? You would have stopped me from succeeding. If he was clever and smart, how come I got everything that you said I didn't have? Yeah. How come I can go anywhere I want? How come everything you said was proven a lie? See, that's what they do. They go away for a little hot minute, then they plot how they're going to come back. Like it don't work like that. Just like just go away. That's all. You know what I mean? That's all anybody's asking. Feel me? And like I said, they try to take advantage, but the more you take advantage, especially in the eyes of this system, they're going to see all that. They're going to see every bit of it, and they're going to be like, yeah, these people just don't learn. You know what I mean? It'd be one thing if you was going about things legally the right way, then you'd be smart, but you're not. So when people are willing to, and they're committing tons of illegal felonies and crimes, just hoping that they can stop me or whatever, or, send anything my way, do anything towards me, cause me any stress, anything. I mean, it's all felonies. You can't do that with anyone. I mean, you can't just sit there and be like, oh, I don't like that this guy is successful. I'm going to do this. That's not how it works. So you need to wake up to reality. You understand? So, like I said, I do my YouTube program. I ain't talking to none of these folks. I'll say what I want and do what I want. So what's good? See, I got one life to live, man. I realize that, and it's a beautiful life. And I don't worry about folks who don't want to see me happy. I don't care what you do, to be honest. I don't care what you tell yourself. I don't care what y'all think. I care about what's going on here. And I'm running this program right. I'm getting my money every single live stream. I'm exposing you. I'm saying the truth. I'm going about things in the right positive manner, positive light, positive way, right? And see, that's the thing. What they are is they all affiliate with the addicts and the people who can't succeed and never have succeeded. Again, how is that fair? And it just goes to show none of you are thugs or real gangsters or real criminals, because real criminals wouldn't be this petty. You're all just a joke. You're all grown adults that want to be childish and act immature. That's the truth. So that's what you found out. That's what I found out about the world, is that all these things that are happening, it all is actually stemming from a bunch of adults who are immature. All of it. All that stuff with cartel, all that stuff with these fake gang organizations, they're all fake. They're all false claiming, all false flogging. All of them are false, right? They're all fake. I'm calling all y'all out 100%. Been doing that this entire time. So they're already scared. They shook. They know that when I get this money and Batman's in the streets, moving around on bat pods and tumblers and tanks, they know what time it is. They know who run everything. They know who the boss is. They know who the macho man. Why don't we just get back to brass tacks? I'm the macho tough gangster, right? And no, it's just when I speak, I watch my language, because I know that people have an agenda, and that's as far as I'll go with it. You understand? I know what people want to do because they already tried to do it and it didn't really work. You understand? So, like I said, these people, they want leverage. It's impossible because, by law, you can't approach me and can't contact me. I'm not talking to you. So I don't owe y'all nothing at this point. If these people are continuing to contact me behind the scenes somehow, when I'm literally trying to make sure every means is closed for anyone to do so, then I'm just going to ignore them, because that's the answer. You feel me? That's the answer. That's what has to happen, and that's how it's going to have to be. So I don't know what else to tell you. People can tell themselves what they want. People can do what they want. People can, I don't know. I don't really care what they do. But us, we're going to keep on building more business, keep on building businesses, keep on being successful with this business. As Batman, I've been nothing but successful. Everything they say is a lie. I mean, like I said, it's cute when it's funny for a minute when you're not making sense, so we think it's funny. When you start trying to act like you're serious, that's disturbing. And that's what these folks do. It's very odd. But yeah, no, none of it's real. None of it exists. It's all fake. And they're fake. And that's basically how they operate and what they do. And I could honestly care less because it ain't got nothing to do with me or anything that I'm doing. You understand? See, over here, I'm real as it gets. Everything with me, it speaks for itself. Feel me? They got something going on over here today. It's a bunch of people. But yeah, man, like I said, what I do is hard work. I got good videos again today. Had a good training day. Had a good training day. I keep on doing my thing. And I just love it, man. You know, my lifestyle right now, I love it. I enjoy it. I do what I enjoy. I love working out and training, man. I love getting stronger. For me, it's surreal that, it's just crazy because, people are actually understanding it. Like people see, yeah, the dude is superhuman. I've proven it. I mean, the capacity I operate at is way past normal. And I just turned it up on folks and showed y'all what I'm capable of a little bit. And people are like, what the hell? My name's about to go viral, man. Trust me. So all I have to focus on is truth. Reading came out today. It said, don't believe in the lies, believe in the truth. Right. Y'all know the truth, man. You know the truth that I'm amazing, that I took care of everyone, that I've done everything right in my life. And that's the thing. It's just a very serious matter when someone goes about trying to slander my name and hides behind the computer and the phone and thinks that that's a cute thing. They're like, come on, bro, that's clear as day what they're trying to do, right? Right? They're trying to play with me, right? You're trying to play with a gangster online, right? So come on, bro. Like, and for me to be this strong that I have to put up with that, it's not right, right? But it just shows that I'm strong as hell. Let me explain something to you. You ain't doing nothing to me. You just proving that I'm always the bigger man. You proving that I'm strong as hell, and everything you doing is from a place of weakness. Listen, you don't have to validate my success. I never asked you for your opinion. I could care less. Feel me? I validated myself. My stuff is on bank statements, bro. There ain't no way to cover it up.